Today on Investigate TV Plus, tiny devices hidden at convenience stores made to steal benefits that help feed American families.
See how it's one single flat piece unit, and with the skimmer on it, there's just that tiny difference.
We uncover how billions of dollars are vanishing and why federal agents say the criminals are getting harder to catch.
I wake up every day saying, what are they going to do to us next?
Then a $1 million heist starts with a fake phone call.
I've really beaten myself up quite a bit about this.
We'll explain how scammers convinced a man to give them access to his cryptocurrency account. Plus the warning signs experts say you should know in order to protect your digital wallet.
And when rural hospitals need support for pregnant women, a specialized unit rises above.
AirVac 1, copy.
Meet the team of paramedics making sure zip codes don't keep a mother and her baby from the care they need.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. Billions of taxpayer dollars disappearing from the accounts of families who need help putting food on the table. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Federal investigators tell us fraud has hit an all-time high as criminals use advanced card skimming technology. The USDA, which oversees the disbursement of funding for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP, estimates losses in 2024 total more than $12 billion.
Georgia leads the country in stolen funds. That's where we met families left struggling to pay for groceries after their benefits were snatched in minutes.
They knew exactly what was on there, and they went into, it was none left. It was exactly $1,111 that they took, the full amount within minutes of it being loaded on there.
Our investigation uncovered the money was disappearing out of state with apparent connections to stores in Pennsylvania and Florida. But when we spoke with managers at those stores, they said even though the purchases were listed at their businesses, they don't accept SNAP cards.
Sometimes people cried on the phone and they're really hurting me. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know who's doing it, but it's not really the stores.
Investigative reporter Anastasia Almos gets insight from one of the USDA's top fraud investigators.
And takes an up-close look at the federal operation to stop card skimming in Atlanta.
You can see a little bit of glue residue where they put it together.
Yeah, that's it.
This is transnational crime. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars a year.
There you go.
It's taxpayer dollars that have
Yes.
literally been disappearing, going overseas.
Everywhere.
In a rare sit-down interview,
I wake up every day saying, what are they going to do to us next?
the USDA's chief investigator for SNAP benefit fraud confirms the issue is much bigger than reported.
The numbers don't seem to be making sense in terms of what states are reporting for fraud and SNAP benefits to USDA.
Secretary Rollins is not taking the statistics that have been reported as gospel now.
The USDA's data shows states reported about $250 million in stolen benefits in 2024. But the USDA estimates the real national hit.
It could be as high as $12 billion a year. Could be more. We don't know.
As part of the Trump administration's crackdown on SNAP fraud, the USDA joined the United States Secret Service to search for skimming machines across the country.
This device is actually recording the number of swipes. If it detects more than one, indicating that there might be a skimmer in there.
They found dozens in Metro Atlanta in less than 2 days in an August operation.
See how it's one single flat piece unit, and with the skimmer on it, there's just that tiny difference.
The lead investigator for Secret Service in Atlanta says advancing technology is making it hard to catch the criminals. Some in our backyards, but many are abroad.
The global economy has become more digital over the years, kind of exponentially. This has actually allowed organized criminal groups to work easily across borders.
When they come back, usually Bluetooth now, so they get really close to it, take the information and go.
SNAP fraud goes far beyond a physical swipe.
They don't sit around and wait for us to catch up with them. They're taking it to the next level every week.
From criminals cloning a store's point of sale system.
The stores, I've spoken with so many, specifically in Pennsylvania, that say, we have no idea how they are charging these EBT cards. We don't accept EBT. And when you go onto the USD website, they are not approved to accept EBT.
They're taking an FNS number from an authorized retailer, and they're going to a criminal third-party processor who will take that number, put it into a normal POS device. It doesn't show up because The number is stolen, the POS device has been cloned, nobody knows you even exist.
To most recently, a cyber attack on a call center for SNAP recipients, causing the Georgia Department of Human Services to lock some cards across the state.
A criminal can guess a 4-digit PIN with a good software program in less than a second.
The USDA says they're trying to keep up,
I've got about 100 people to cover the entire country.
hoping partnerships with businesses and agencies like the Secret Service will help.
Fraud is big business right now. Transnational criminals have really taken over.
In December of 2024, most states stopped reimbursing stolen funds.
To help protect your benefits, Georgia officials suggest changing your PIN right before funds are set to load. And try to do any grocery shopping that day. They also encourage recipients to lock their cards on the Connect EBT app.
Everyone can protect their personal debit and credit cards from skimmers by checking a machine for anything suspicious before using it. Experts say you should use tap to pay or pay in cash when possible. We have more tips on InvestigateTV.com. Just search card skimmers.
While certain schemes begin with a card skimmer or cloning point-of-sale systems, the Federal Trade Commission reports some of the biggest losses start with a phone call.
That's exactly how it began for a Charlotte man who lost more than $1 million. He hopes by sharing his heartache, he can prevent the same thing from happening to others.
Investigative reporter Caroline Hicks explains how he was targeted and the steps you can take to protect your digital assets.
Gene Duckett wishes he never picked up the phone when it rang one Friday night in March.
The guy on the other end says, "Is this Harold?" "I'm Harold Eugene." I said, "Yeah, who's calling?" He said, "My name is Benjamin. I'm from Ledger. Your funds are in danger of being stolen."
Ledger is a company that makes hardware wallets for cryptocurrency storage. A secret recovery phrase known as a seed phrase must be typed in to access the funds. He says the person on the phone directed him to a website where he could secure his funds.
They said they needed to give me a security code so that I would know what, when someone called back, that it was a correct person.
He says when he got a call from a second person who knew the code, he felt comfortable typing his seed phrase into the website. That's when he said he got a call from a third person.
He says, "Oh, something went wrong." So as soon as he said that, I looked on the XRP ledger and I had saved my wallet address in there, and all of the funds that were in my wallet were gone.
That's when the person on the line hung up. Duckett says he immediately realized his funds had been stolen.
It was $1,038,000.
It's a lot of money.
That's how much it was worth. It is a lot of money.
How did that feel?
Well, I'm re-experiencing the feelings from that night. My wife was sitting here, and our dog Buddy was in the crate, and he jumped up on the sofa, and Sharon said, "Buddy is shaking." He could feel despair, I guess.
Despair, later turning into embarrassment.
I've really beaten myself up quite a bit about this.
Duckett is hardly alone. In 2024, the FBI Internet Complaint Center received almost 150,000 complaints about cryptocurrency fraud, totaling $9.3 billion in losses.
So this is a real global emergency.
Ethan Raviv is the CEO of cybersecurity firm Lionsgate Network.
Lionsgate Network. It's all about trust.
He works with victims of crypto fraud and helps connect them to law enforcement who can try to recover the funds.
We provide to our clients and to law enforcement the necessary tracing, the footprints of the current dollars. This gives law enforcement the option to issue a subpoena or a warrant.
He's currently working on Duckett's case and says he's hopeful to help get his savings returned to him.
What are your thoughts that there are people out there that do this to people?
Do they have a soul? Every dime that I put into that, I worked for. I traded my time, my sweat, and my effort.
The cybersecurity expert told us Ledger has been the victim of at least 2 data breaches, which is likely how Duckett was targeted. A spokesperson for the company said in a statement, Ledger consistently reminds users that we will never, under any circumstances, ask for their 24 words. We encourage users to exercise vigilance, and we will never contact them by phone. To help protect your money, experts say you should also verify the website you're using to buy crypto is legitimate. It should start with HTTPS. The S stands for secure. Be wary of phone calls from numbers you don't know, even if they know your name or other information about you. And never share your recovery phrase. If you believe you've been scammed, you can report it to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov.
Still to come, performing life-saving procedures at high altitudes.
We're meeting people on sometimes their worst days.
See how a specialized team brings big city medicine to rural emergencies and bridges the gap in critical care for expecting moms.
Then later,
a Greek god next to him.
We take a tour of a Nashville spectacle having nothing to do with music, but instead full of Greek history and architecture. Thousands of babies are born in the United States every day, making access to reliable and quality care vital for women.
Yet millions live miles from the care they need. According to a March of Dimes report in 2024, more than a third of U.S. counties were considered a maternity care desert, meaning there's not a single birthing facility or obstetric clinician in the area.
Experts say traveling farther distances for care can increase stress for the mother and the risk of something going wrong, especially in an emergency. But in Arizona, a specialized flight crew is providing a lifeline for families at rural hospitals.
Reporter Alexis Dominguez introduces us to this team specially equipped to handle moms and newborns.
We're on the ground dropping off Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Airvac 1, copy. Good morning.
When the call comes in, there's no time to waste. But before the blades ever spin, the work begins for Arizona's only maternal neonatal flight unit.
My name is Sasha Lemastris, and I am a maternal flight nurse.
She is trained to treat high-risk pregnancy emergencies midair.
We are typically doing vitals the entire time. We're watching mom and baby, and we provide fetal monitoring, so we're able to see what's happening with the fetus along with mom.
And when baby can't wait.
I am one of the AMBSs for Airvac 1. I am a neonatal flight nurse.
There is Carrie Padilla.
I think the smallest preemie I've seen is probably about 360 grams, which is, I want to say, maybe 10 ounces. But typically we range from about 500 grams to 5 kilos.
Unlike typical air ambulances, this crew has incubators, ventilators, and medications made for the tiniest patients.
We can intubate, we can put in umbilical lines, we can do all the things that we would normally do here in a higher level of care unit, but we can do this outside of the city.
Within minutes of a call,
let's do this. Our team moves as quickly as we possibly can.
The team can be up in the air.
Absolutely, every second counts.
Since launching 50 years ago, the unit has flown thousands of times, often filling a dangerous gap in Arizona's healthcare landscape, landing in places where OB care is hours away.
Often we're responding to patients that need a higher level of care, so moving from rural areas to tertiary centers.
In the skies over Arizona, these flights are rewriting what's possible.
We're meeting people on sometimes their worst days,
helping moms and babies beat the odds
2, 3,
one mission at a time.
Everybody brings a unique skill, a unique trait, a different thing that makes us better.
The maternal neonatal flight team said they respond to several calls every day and they expect demand to keep climbing.
Still ahead, students overcome silent struggles by sharing them.
Even if you feel like you're in the deepest pit of your life, there are always going to be people rooting for you.
See how a phone booth is helping create connections beyond the classroom.
But first, it's a centerpiece for Centennial Park.
I didn't realize that all of this was supposed to be temporary.
We get an up-close look at what made the Nashville Parthenon possible. When you think of Nashville, the first thing that comes to mind is probably the bright lights of Broadway and sounds of country music. But in the heart of this vibrant city, there's a full-size replica of the iconic ancient Greek temple, the Parthenon.
Reporter Tracy Cornett takes an in-depth look at the history of this architectural treasure and how it's inspiring visitors in the Music City.
The Greek god next to him, named Hephaestus,
Katie Petroli knows her ancient history.
the goddess of war.
But 7 years ago, the museum professional knew nothing about the world's only exact replica of the Parthenon, holding court in Centennial Park, just 2.6 miles from downtown Nashville.
When a friend of mine moved here and called me and said, Katie, you'll never guess they have a Parthenon in Nashville, and I was like, ha ha.
She paid a visit to the massive monument, originally built as a temporary art museum for Tennessee's Centennial Exposition in 1897. She was so impressed, she moved from Athens, Greece, to work there.
There's a lot of local archaeology being done in Nashville and in Tennessee that's really amazing.
Now, the museum's assistant director, Petroli, gives public talks and tours of the Parthenon's architecture, art collection, and introduces visitors to its towering attraction on the second floor.
The biggest gasp is probably the first time seeing Athena. There's sometimes a couple swear words.
The gold leaf goddess Athena, sculpted by Alan LeQuire, stands 42 feet tall. To get a sense of how tall that is, the goddess Nike in her right hand is 6'4". Athena's spear is an old McDonald's flagpole. All of it a nod to Nashville's early nickname, the Athens of the South, named for its dedication to higher education.
The number one question is, where are the restrooms? But the number two question is, why is there a Parthenon in Nashville? This was a place to come for learning. If you wanted a medical degree, a college degree, public school, private school, Nashville was this hub of learning and education.
John Marks and Colleen Lelis have lived in Hermitage for 11 years.
One of these days we'll get there, and one of these days is today.
It's their first time taking a tour before a 2-week trip to see the real Parthenon in Greece.
Pop quiz for you both. One thing you didn't know before about the Parthenon or Athena?
I didn't realize it took 8 years to create that Athena.
I didn't realize that all of this was supposed to be temporary and it was designed to go away.
They encourage everyone to seize the chance to experience ancient history right in your own backyard.
It's kind of a lesson to everybody that lives in the area to check out what is right in front of their faces.
So it was supposed to be temporary.
Yeah.
I'm glad they left it, though. What an incredible landmark.
That's a lot of work for something temporary.
I know, right?
So it's good it's still there.
And Athena, kind of
very tall.
Tall, yes. Another interesting tidbit, the same artist that sculpted Athena also created the Women's Suffrage Monument in Centennial Park. Coming up, answering the call for kindness.
Hey, you're doing a great job. Just keep it up.
See how anonymous messages of hope can help students find their inner strength.
Building community through acts of kindness. That's the goal of a nonprofit making waves around Oregon.
Whether it's handing out flowers, paying for the person behind you in line, or leaving an encouraging message, Wildly Kind is all about inspiring hope and positivity.
Reporter Bonnie Silkman shows us how students in Portland were inspired to add their voices to the movement.
I love you.
You got this.
You got this.
Anonymous voices.
Don't give up before the miracle happens.
Messages of hope are being recorded at open mics and transformed phone booths.
Just hold on. It gets better.
Spotted throughout Portland.
Life is really, really tough.
but I want you to know that you're amazing and you're beautiful.
I promise. It's going to get better.
Behind this movement is Wildly Kind, a local nonprofit focused on building connection and compassion.
It's been amazing. After we did our first art exhibit, one of the videos went viral. It's just been absolutely amazing to see the comments, to see the reach that it's making.
And now, for the first time, they're bringing that mission to school, giving students at Milwaukee High
Please leave a kind, uplifting message for a fellow student who may be silently struggling.
a chance to answer the call.
Hey, you're doing a great job. Just keep it up.
In one day, nearly 90 students lifted the receiver in the school lobby.
Even if you feel like you're in the deepest pit of your life, there are always going to be people rooting for you.
Brave enough to speak into the silence, some offering words of encouragement.
If I can get through it, you can get through it too. And I believe in you.
Others sharing pieces of their grief.
I lost my sister and brother and my uncle, and I'm still going through it, and I don't know what to do.
People need support out there and a lot of help, no matter what happens.
You're going through a hard time, but just know you got this, all right?
Bringing mental health to the forefront should open up conversations.
Zena Guitron, the school's Youth Essential Coordinator, says for their week of kindness, students also focused on sharing positivity through written messages and handing out flowers.
I hope kindness comes your way, and I hope you are doing better with this message.
There is some sort of connection that, one, they can be heard, and then they can also hear themselves.
Just know that you are loved and you're worthy.
You might be wondering what the school did with all of those recordings. Well, they shared them during a special family night, and we're told the impact was powerful, especially for the parents.
Wildly Kind's movement can be felt across the country. Hawaii, Minnesota, Tennessee, and Texas are just a few of the states where ambassadors are encouraging acts of kindness.
And that's it for us here on Investigate TV Plus. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Thanks for watching.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, helping parents heal after suffering the loss of a child.
We got into nursing because we care and we love hard.
How a group of nurses changed the way a hospital cares for grieving families while providing comfort to some who are miles away.